Oman, known as Switzerland of the Middle East, is definitely the next destination for foreigners who are looking to pursue and build a promising career as well as a happy life in a rapidly growing country. An Arab country located on the southeast coast of the Arabian Peninsula, is bordered by the United Arab Emirates to the north, west, Saudi Arabia to the west, and Yemen to the southwest. In the recent years, Oman has actively been pursuing a development plan that focuses on diversification, industrialization, and privatization with the objective of reducing the oil sector's contribution to gross domestic product or GDP. A significant increase in the government spending and foreign direct investment has led to the development of sectors in oil and gas, construction and infrastructure, real estate, and tourism. Numerous career opportunities are now available in Oman's oil and gas, retail, educational, health, manufacturing, and hospitality industries, etc. With so many options, non-Omanis have a wide range of employment options to pick from, and that's why half of the Oman's population is constituted from expats. The population of approximately 5 million people, including 2 million of expatriates. Although Arabic is the official language of the country and the judicial system, English is still widely spoken, which is why the number of foreign workers is increasing in the country. As a foreign worker, you may not regret choosing Oman as a destination to live and work. Some of the compelling reasons worth stating are that Oman has high purchasing power, a very high safety index, moderate healthcare index, high climate index, low cost of living, very low property price to income ratio, and a very low traffic commute time index, as well as low air pollution, as it boasts to have one of the highest quality of life indexes in the world. Welcome back everybody, thanks for watching this video. My name is Ahmad Reza, and here in Persia Global, we help those who are in search of better opportunities to work, live or study abroad. In today's video, I'm going to share Oman work and residence permit, visa procedure and documentation, application processing steps, foreigners residence laws, Omani citizenship acquisition criteria, and other useful tips to start your working life in Oman. With 100% foreign ownership now available to foreign investors in multiple sectors, Oman has also been attracting a large amount of foreign investment. The government has outlined initiatives to modernize the local economy and prioritize state utilities. The Oman's personal income tax is zero, value-added tax is only 5%, subject to specific exemptions, and zero rating prescribed under the Oman VAT law. Oman legal framework also constitutes equal treatment of nationals and foreigners. The law provides for the right to a fair trial regardless of national origin. For registering intellectual property in Oman, there is an intellectual property department within the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, as well as being a member of the Patent Office of GCC. For business practices in Oman, including opening hours and bank holidays, typical working week is Sunday through Thursday, in line with neighboring countries Qatar and Saudi Arabia. Business hours in the private sector are typically 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Shops usually open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then from 4 p.m. to 10 or 11 p.m. 7 days a week, except Fridays when they open after 4 p.m. Government offices and most businesses have shortened hours during the month of Ramadan. Public holidays are usually religious, except for the New Year holiday that is held on 1st of January. For Oman employment visa, you should take some general factors into account. Employers must obtain employment visas for any foreign employees aged 21 or older up to 60 for entry into Oman. This is the standard visa for employers to sponsor foreign national for work in Oman. The employment requires the approval of the Directorate General of Labor Affairs. The employment visa requires the employer to have labor clearance from the Ministry of Manpower. The employee must satisfy approval criteria to be eligible for an employment visa, including immunization quotas for the minimum level of Omani nationals employed in the company. The duration of the employment visa is limited to 2 years from the date of entry. Even after entry, the employee is not allowed to work until all the necessary applications are processed, including the residence permit. Employee holding employment visas must not exit Oman for longer than 6 months unless they are family members. Family members may apply for a family reunification visa, allowing the employee's family to reside in Oman but not work for the duration of the employment. The No Objection Certificate, or NOC, has hopefully been abolished in Oman as of January 2021. Employees can change employer if they meet certain conditions, for example, non-compete rules, completion of contract, etc., without requiring a NOC. Oman work visa procedure and required documents. After the employer has secured the official clearance, the following documents will be required to obtain a work visa for the employee: copies of foreign employees' passports with a minimum of 6 months validity, 2 recent passport photographs, a copy of the labor license issued by the Ministry of Manpower for each application form, the original and composition of the medical certificate from an approved clinic based on the employee's home country, employees' relevant certificates and qualifications, attestation letter from the Oman embassy in the applicant's home country, and the Omani Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and application fees. Oman work visa fees dependent on the occupation category and salary range. And hopefully, as of June 1st, 2022, the work permit fees have been reduced to more than 85% for companies committed to immunization ratio. For the first class category, the new work permit fees for first class will be 301 Omani riyals, previously 2001 Omani riyals for a period of 2 years, while the rate will be further reduced to 211 if the company meets the immunization percentage. For the second class category, while the second class specialized in technical positions, the work visa fees has been reduced to 251, previously 1001 to 601, while the rate will be further reduced by 30% to 176 Omani riyals if the immunization ratio will be met by companies. For the third category, unskilled jobs, the work visa fees has been reduced to 210, previously 301 to 361. A 30% discount will be offered, and the fees will be further reduced to 141 Omani riyals in the case of meeting the immunization percentage. Oman work visa application process. In order to obtain an Oman work visa, the employer has to follow these steps. The employer obtains a labor license from the Ministry of Manpower. The employer is legally allowed to hire foreign employees once labor clearance status has been obtained. The employer sends a letter of invitation to all qualified and eligible employees. The employer obtains individual employment visas for each expat. The employer submits the application to the Immigration Department of the Royal Oman Police. After the employer has secured the work visa, the employee must obtain a residence card to legally reside in Oman. Employees can obtain a residence card from the Civil Status Department of the Royal Oman Police within 30 days of entry. Oman work visa validity. The Oman work visa is valid for 2 years and allows for multiple entries. Please note that employment visa holders are not allowed to leave Oman for more than half a year at a time. The only exception is if they are family members of a visa holder. Converting of Oman visitor visa to work visas. Hopefully, unlike other countries in the region, by a new reform in the foreigners' residence laws, expatriates and visitors entering Oman on visit visas can get them converted into work permits. The rule also applies to those with family reunification visas and student visas, among others, provided stipulated conditions are met. Competent authorities can convert the following visa stipulated in the foreigner's residence law into a work visa or temporary work visa. A visit visa issued to residents of GCC countries, a visit visa issued to meet relatives and friends in the country, single entry tourist visa valid for up to 10 days or a month, single and multiple entry business visas, express visas, investor visas, student visas, visas provided to sailors serving on board or passengers aboard cruise ships, visas for owners of residential units and their family members. Investor visas are other ways to immigrate to Oman that are intended for foreigners who are going to invest funds by setting up companies or buying bonds or real estate properties in Oman. This visa must be provided by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Investment residency program offers 5 and 10-year renewable residence permits to investors. The program will provide a path for foreign nationals to obtain a self-sponsored residence permit in Oman. There are also some agreements regarding labor migration with Omani government that I shortly indicate to them. Bilateral labor agreements between Oman government and some other countries that may make the Omani labor market for these nationalities easier to access. Memorandum of understanding between the Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs in the Republic of India and the Ministry of Manpower in the Sultanate of Oman in the field of manpower, November 8, 2008, Memorandum of Understanding between the Sultanate of Oman and Bangladesh on manpower cooperation, May 10, 2008, Memorandum of Understanding between Oman and Sri Lanka in the fields of employment and training, June 22, 2014. According to Oman's foreigners' residence laws, every foreigner entering the Sultanate must present himself to the competent authority within 7 days of their entry for visitors and within 30 days for residents in order to register their residence. Every foreigner who remains in the country for more than 3 months shall obtain a residence permit, which only be issued to persons already residing in the country. The residence permit is as valid as the validity of a visa stamped on the passport. The residence permit shall be issued through your Omani sponsor, and if not agreed to renew that, the sponsor should inform the competent government authority 2 weeks prior to the expiry of residence. A residence visa granted to a married foreigner includes his or her spouse and children under the age of 21. The residence duration shall not exceed 2 years and may be renewed by submitting a request for renewal 15 days prior to its expiry. The request for residence or its renewal may be denied without giving any reasons as to why. A foreigner shall lose his right to residence if he resided outside the Sultanate without a valid reason for 6 continuous months or 8 non-continuous months in a year, or for 18 months within a 3-year period. This shall not apply to his dependents so long as his residence is valid. For family reunification, to obtain a reunification visa, the local sponsor must request it for the wife or husband and children aged no more than 21 of a foreign employee. They shall be under the sponsor's responsibility. This type of visa may also be granted to the foreign wife of an Omani citizen upon his request and presentation of proof of marriage. The visa must be used within 3 months of its issuance. To access to healthcare, there is no legal requirement for the provision of medical insurance for foreign employee. Acquisition of Omani citizenship is somehow similar to Qatari pathway to citizenship. A foreigner who meets the following requirements may apply for Omani citizenship: legally residing in Oman for at least 20 consecutive years, 15 years if married to an Omani woman, provided that the marriage took place with the approval of the Ministry of Interior and that the couple has a male child, possessing sound conduct and character, fluency in Arabic, not being convicted of any crime or offense in breach of trust or honor, being disease-free, and providing written consent to relinquish current nationality and proof of such. So a person may not hold Omani citizenship aligned with the citizenship of another country unless a sultan's decree authorizes it. Omani citizens may not renounce their nationality in favor of another until they have fulfilled their obligations and commitments towards the Sultanate. Underage children shall not lose their Omani nationality following their parents' renunciation unless he has requested it and his new citizenship is granted to them as well. In the end, I'd like to outline some of other compelling reasons why you may not regret choosing to work and live in Oman. Regardless of the fact Oman has a very high standard of living in the world, it also has political and economic stability. It is a great example of modernity and tradition mixture, stable, transferable local currency, a free moving and transferring of budgets and benefits without restrictions, no personal income tax, low customs rates of taxation on many imported products that impact the customer end prices and living expenditures. In case you decide to set up a business, free trade agreements with various trading blocs and individual nations, open free trade and market policy, best geographical location in which to reach the Persian Gulf, Asian and African markets for businesses, suitable exemptions of taxes, some of which may be up to 10 years, special law on protecting of rights of foreign investment, easy loans with low benefits and convenient payment periods, social stability, security and safety. Thanks again for your watching. I hope this video could help you on your immigration journey. You can also see other videos in our channel in relation to immigration and relocation to the best countries with better opportunities to work, live or study. To get more updates on Oman immigration rules and programs, you can also visit the official websites with the links below our video. This video's quote comes from Emma Donahue, the author of the best-selling novel Room. She says, "Scared is what you are feeling, brave is what you are doing." Until next video, cheers, over and out.